Sometimes games impact the gaming industry in a positive way, and sometimes even the good guys can't predict the outcomes of their actions. Every day this week, we're sharing the greatest, most impactful games on the video game industry of the 21st century. Not to say these are the best, most fun games of the 21st century, but these are the games that, in my opinion, have moulded and shaped the design, gameplay, and even the economics of the video game industry itself. Oblivion might seem like a curious inclusion on this list, given that most people think of it either as the sequel to Morrowind or as the game that came before Skyrim, mostly depending on how old you are. Oblivion was exactly that, a first-person fantasy adventure where you take on the role of one of a myriad of available races going on an adventure in Tamriel. Cyrodiil, this time, to be precise. However, the impact of this game wasn't in its mechanics or story. It was a commercial success, of course, and sold more copies than Morrowind, but no, the real innovation in this game wasn't even something people think back on fondly. The game introduced an industry-shaking item: horse armor. Horse armor was a small, optional purchase that came out shortly after launch. This content pack let players buy cosmetic armor for their in-game horse for a tiny fee, $2.50 on Xbox. Today, in a world where an AWP dragon lore will cost you about $5,000, buying skins or gear seems totally normal. But back in 2006, this sparked a huge backlash among fans. People couldn't believe they were being asked to pay real money for something purely aesthetic. But here's the thing, people bought it. Horse armor proved for the first time that players were willing to pay small, frequent amounts for extra content or cosmetic items inside a fully priced game. This wasn't about selling big expansion packs or DLC, or monetizing free-to-play. Those already existed. This was about selling tiny, immediate additional content to fully priced games. This was a signal to the entire gaming industry that what would later become known as microtransactions were a viable and highly profitable sales channel. Suddenly, instead of having a team spending 6 months working on DLC, playtesting it and releasing it, you could have your artists creating small, individually sellable add-on packs and make comparatively huge margins. Now, if Oblivion hadn't invented horse armor, would microtransactions still have eventually appeared? Yes, of course, probably. But would they have been as successful or as visible if their proving ground hadn't been a game that had sold 9 million copies? Well, that we may never know for sure.